Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 44 of my PySimpleGUI lessons. In today's video, we're going to be finishing the final lesson about multi-line text boxes. So for today, we're not going to be borrowing the code from last lesson. We're going to be writing our own again. So let's say layout, and we can make a multi-line, and inside we can give this some attributes. Let's say we can give this disable equals false, and we can give this a size 33. We can give this a key text, and we can reroute the cprint. So hopefully you still remember what all of these attributes mean. We learned this a few lessons ago, and we can make a button that says OK and a button that says cancel, like this. Then we can define the window. We can make the while true loop, event and values equals window.read. If event equals none, then we break, and then we close the window. And then now we would have this window. So we have the multi-line element right here, and two buttons, the OK and the cancel. Over here, don't forget to print the event and values for easier understanding. So now when we press OK, the key is OK, and this is cancel. Alright, now I wanted to use these two buttons as an example. Let's say if event equals OK, and one that says if event equals cancel. So for cancel, we can do sg.cprint. We can say like cancel, and you pressed cancel, so two arguments. And for event, I wanted to show another way to print things out. So we need to first figure out the key, which is this, and we're going to use syntax really similar to the update. We can do window, square brackets, and then a key, which is text dot, but right now instead of update we write print. So like this, print and cprint. Alright, for this we can say like OK, you pressed OK. And then now let's talk about some of the attributes. First we have the end. I'm pretty sure we talked about this one before. This shows the ending. Let's say like we put this as a hyphen, and let's run this. If we press OK, then the hyphen shows up. And when we press cancel, cancel shows up as well for OK. And then if we press it as many times, you'll notice how this doesn't make a new line. If we wanted to do that, we can we can use like /n. This means new line. And now we can press OK, and then it'll make a new line every single time. By the way, the default is just a new line like this without the hyphen, by the way, like this. Alright, so this is end. After end we have the sep, which is short for separation. We can put like a plus sign in between. Now it says OK plus you pressed OK. And if we want to make this a little wider, we can use spaces in front of and behind it. And now it would be OK, and you pressed OK button. Now we have spaces here. Alright, and the default is just a space, by the way. So after separation, we have the text color. So let's say white, and put in the background color as well. Let's say black. Now, when we press OK, it would be black background and white text. Alright, so this is background color. After this, we have one last one called justification. So justification, we've been talking about it a lot recently. There's the left, center, and right. If we want to write left, we can either write the whole word or the first letter. So L for left, it would be like this. If we write center, C, then it would be in the center, and then the right would be like this, R, and it would show up here. Alright, so this is justification. Now you'll notice how these are all shared with cprint, and this shows how similar cprint and theprint is. But if you look at the syntax, it's different. Alright, so that is the print and cprint. One last thing I wanted to show you, which has absolutely nothing to do with multiline, but I wanted to share it. So in between two elements, we can write an vertical separator. Vertical separator is actually kind of cool. In between the OK and cancel, we can have this line, and this element doesn't have too many attributes, so I'll show them. First we have color, so like we can change the color of the separator, let's say red, and now this would be red. We can give this a key, let's say SCP or SEP. This one isn't that important. And lastly, we have pad. Let's show how to do the pad again. So for pad, we use this. And then inside this tuple, we have two more tuples. So inside the first tuple, we have the left and right values. Let's put 5, 5 for everything first. And in the second tuple, it would be the top and bottom padding. Padding means the width or like the margin between two elements. So the vertical separator would be the margin between OK, cancel, and the multiline. On the bottom, there's nothing. So yeah, right now pad is 5. It would be like this. If we wanted to make this line a little longer, we can, let's say, change this to 20, 20. And now it would be like this. The margin is a lot bigger. And let's change the height. So the margin for the top and bottom, this one doesn't really change the height too much. It changes the vertical separator itself. Let's say we change this to 10, 10. We would notice how the vertical separator is less tall compared to the 5, 5. So before it would be like this, and now it would be like this. So the second tuple, which is the bottom and top margin, it changes the vertical separator itself and not the actual padding. Alright, that concludes lesson 44 of my PySimpleGUI course. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, crack the coding enigma with work for tuition as your sigma.